NuubCast.
Greetings, fellow noobs. Welcome to another NuubCast. This is Blomus bringing you another PvT. This time on Cloud Kingdom, we've got an old friend here. It's Rolke. Rolke was here the last time I did a full cast with a Scottish brogue. We called him Rolke. I don't exactly remember what happened. But since I just did a pirate cast, I can't do a Scottish accent anymore. So it's just going to be Rolke and Mugiwara. Mugiwara and Rolke here on NuubCast, where we shine a lot of esports where the sun don't shine. That is on lower level play, on the noobs, so to speak. And basically, all we want to do is give those an opportunity to get their games watched, get them out there, opportunity that they might not ever have otherwise, and to promote a greater thought that fun and interesting and even exciting games can happen at any level of play. Of course, they are rarer than pro games, more rare. They don't happen as often. It's much harder for them to happen at lower levels, but nonetheless, given two players of equal skill and heart and drive, you can have a quite an amazing action as we see Rolke's figure 8 Infinity, his Infinity Scout. It's an Infinity Scout. Barracks is almost done. Rolke wants to get that probe out of there. So, if you happen to have a replay that is just amazing, you played this game, you felt like your hair was on fire, and, you just couldn't believe it when it was over that it actually happened, whether you won or lost. A good game is not necessarily defined by a win, and a bad game is not necessarily defined by a loss. And there's some of you guys out there who understand this, that you can play the game of your life and lose, and it's still freaking awesome. As we see these guys playing tag on the left side of the field. Couple of things to think about if you're considering submitting a game, however. First of all, I hope that you will watch your replay, because something that happens, and it happens to all of us, we are in the middle of a game, and with the adrenaline's pumping, and we are feeling like, we're Superman, our APM is just off the charts, and we're like, oh my goodness, I can't believe how awesome I'm doing. And then we go back and we actually watch the replay, and we're like, oh my goodness, yeah, I played good, but my opponent sucked, and I was way ahead, and it was such a rough stomp. I had in my email box, my inbox, about 20 replays that were submitted over the last week or two, and I got most of them back last night from my screener, and 80% of them were one-sided games that will not make it to be cast. And that makes me sad, because a lot of you guys were starting to, I was really excited for all of the replays we had. We see Mugiwara taking his expansion. This is a silver replay, by the way. I should have said that much earlier. Just want to get that out there so you know. Mugiwara only needs one guy in gas. He's not going to be doing much else with gas. Maybe he's, he just needed enough to make his reactor. I guess we're going to see a lot of Marines. He doesn't need any gas. And we've got 3 gates down for Rolke, and he looks like he might be going out to expand shortly. Just a moment, it looks like. And there she blows. Give me that Nexus. Bam! So yeah, I was a little bit upset to see so many one-sided games. Even games by players who I know better. I was getting some one-sided games. Hang on, please. And I'm back. Not that I went anywhere for you. Had to take care of a little Stargirl situation. As we see racks upon racks going down from Mugiwara, he's finally got 3 guys in a gas. He's going to take another gas. And he's not doing terribly with his energy either on that, on his orbitals. He's doing decently, getting the mules down. Rolke, nice number of sentries out here with his stalker. Waiting, just waiting. He's got a zealot out here at the tower. And as I was saying, I was a little bit disappointed. We had to reject many replays, and that always makes me sad. So make sure you guys are watching your replays before you submit them. Make sure that your supply is not overwhelmingly higher than your opponent. Make sure that there's good back and forth in your game. We don't want one-sided games. We don't want raffle stomps. You guys know what good games are like. You've seen them here, and that's the kind of stuff we want. So, and I hate. Because when we get games like that, I feel bad for my screener. Yeah, it sucks that they weren't good enough, but my screener watches 20, even if all of them were 20 minutes, which is probably the average. If all of them were 20 minutes, and let's say 15 minutes for Blizzard time, 20 times 15 is 5 hours. So that's 5 hours that got very few usable games out of. So please be judicious when you are sending in replays. Oh, this looks like an all-in. Looks like a big fat all-in, unless he's playing defense, which why would he send his workers out here unless he was going to send them? He's going with the SCVs. Holy crap, Mugiwara not screwing around. Roki is going to be in trouble. He's going to have sentries ready. He's got plenty of sentries. He's planting down pylons. Is going to be helpful when he's going to need those. Is he have anything coming out of his Robo Bay? Nothing. No immortals. So he's going to have good force fields here. Did he pull back his zealot? Okay, he should be closer. This is not going to do very well for him. Guardian Shield is up, but the zealots aren't under it. 2 Guardian Shields. There's the force fields. Good enough. Good enough force fields. With the Guardian Shields, they are going to... More Guardian Shield, more Guardian Shield. Get zealots out here, son. Roque, you're losing sentries, brother. More zealots. Micro, do something. Move some guys. Nice hold. Very nice hold, Roque. That was a lot of SCVs you just killed. 14, brother. 14. Nice work. Nice work, Roque. That means that our buddy, Mugiwara, has not a lot of SCVs. Not as many, anyway. Let's check the unit tab. 36 to 31. Wow. He threw away 15 SCVs, and he was actually that far ahead of you. That means his macro's pretty good. So congratulations, Mugiwara. That was very nice. Now he's anticipating a counterattack, but it doesn't look like... It was a fair enough trade. For someone who has the defender's advantage, that was a decent enough trade. You can see the supply is still very close. What Ralki did was basically slowed down Mugiwara's economy, because if he still had those 15 SCVs, he could just take a third and immediately have it populated, and now he's going to have to wait. And instead, he's building 3 more racks, which he's not going to be able to support on 2 bases. Oh, yeah, he is. He's only got 4. Yeah, he'll be fine. I thought he already had 6. That's my stupid dog. Which I don't understand why he has to bark at every stupid thing. Pretty annoying. Colossus out for Rolki, getting the extended thermal lance. Mantis Fitch extended and the life of thermal lance. Yeah, extended thermal lance finishes up. Rolki seeing everything that's going on here in his opponent's base, and finally seems to be fully saturated here at Zinatural. Got to be another Colossus coming. He's got some more money here. He should be getting these upgrades going. He's not getting them going. And that's going to perhaps bite him in the butt. Now we got Stim, Combat Shield, and concussive shells all going at the same time. Wouldn't it be awesome if there was a drop back here? It's not going to happen, but because we are at silver level. But look at this. Why are we seeing Overlord speed movement? Okay, I was going to say if he started that before he got his +1. That's weird. Weird, bro. Very strange. Gonna plop some pylons down. Always a good idea. Gives you vision. Lets you see if the army is coming from the sides. Always a good idea to plop pylons down all around the map. Always want to do that. And we are seeing Rolke take a slight food lead here, just about 10, and it's probably pretty equal. Army supply, yeah, that's where it is. Pretty equal worker supply. Do 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 do. Squinty. Oh man. Yesterday I did something to my neck and my back and I can't turn my head right. Man, guys, don't get old. I'm not even that old and I'm telling you right now, don't get old. I don't know what the heck I did. Like, I was sitting in my chair, and then all of a sudden, for no reason, I couldn't move. Pretty stinking annoying. This observer out looking around for hidden bases, always a good idea against Terran. And here's the factory, going around looking for just spotting. I would like to see Rolke wait a little bit. See, now he's going to show off his entire army. Factory's going to see everything, and Mugiwara is going to be able to A, know that he's coming, know that he's on his side of the map, and B, he's going to know exactly what he has, so he's going to have to know if he needs to build more Marauders, or, you know, I already know what Mugiwara's problem is going to be, is that he's not made any ghosts, and he doesn't have a Ghost Academy, so anytime you try and mess with that, what is this? Anytime you try, why is he splitting up his army like that? What is happening? I'm so confused. Anytime you try to face an Protoss, if you're going bio as Terran, trying to go up against a Protoss with Colossi, and you don't have ghosts, you can pretty much guarantee your death. Why are you running away? You have you have them in a choke. You can kill everything. What we need are ghosts. Vikings are out. The Vikings are going down immediately. The Marines are getting absolutely melted. And all of this bio is going to die. Where are your ghosts? Rolke did make a mistake here. There are no pylons over here and no war prisms, so he's not going to be able to replenish himself. But again, oh wow, losing all of the SCVs, all of them. He's going to give away his entire army here. Any reinforcements that come out are going to be able to take down these units. Why? You're going to lose a Colossus. Stop it. Better to lose an Immortal. But see, this is why you don't... Okay, important lesson from the Silver League. Talked about this before. Now here's that ninja base that we were talking about before. Let's see if Rolke is going to see this one. Important lesson from the Silver League. Listen up, lower leaguers. Listen up. When you have a situation like that, where you have Protoss, if you're Protoss, it would be Colossus, Terran, tanks, and Thors, Zerg, Broodlords, Infestors to a lesser extent. When you have units that need support, they can't be on the battlefield by themselves. When the support is gone, no matter what your circumstance, you need to go back home. You need to pull out. You need to reinforce your... Because those are the units, those are your bread and butter units. Now, because this is Silver League, I'm assuming, and the fact that he is on getting his 4th base, I'm assuming that losing those 3 Colossi is not going to hurt Rolke in a huge way. He's got a decent supply lead. It's not about 20. Not even that big. But he's got and he just killed a ton of SCVs. You know, he's killed almost 40 SCVs now. So Rulky is ahead. But you don't. One of the ways you allow your opponent to get back into the game in situations like that is giving away your backbone units. When you have all those Colossus, when you leave Broodlords out to get sniped when they're by themselves, the extra 4 or 5 100 minerals worth of units that you kill before your Colossi goes down is not worth it. 3 Colossus just fell. Those 3 Colossus are worth like most of this army. Those 3 Colossus by themselves. It's 300 minerals, 200 gas. That is a ton. That's like almost this entire Bioforce. That's a huge amount. Huge amount. And that's a big loss. Now again, it might not end up mattering for Rulky, but as you try to improve, these things are going to come into play for you, and they are going to be problematic. Now, Mugiwara has a lot of Vikings this time, so the Colossus is going to go down quick, and Mugiwara might actually even take this battle because he's got a nice concave, and yes, he is. He's going to rip right through this. But guess what? Guess what? If Rulky had kept those 3 Colossus alive and gotten out of dodge when he needed to, that battle right there is a hugely different story. Hugely different. Like, vastly different. In fact, Rulky cleans it up so quickly because he would have 4 Colossus. He would be able to focus down those Vikings with his Stalkers while his Colossus killed all the bio. And this army is gone, the game is over, and Rulky wins. But now, because he didn't do that, I'm thinking that he's done. He's going to have to GG. That's the thing. There it is. Rulky had this game. You had it in the bag. Rulky, you had it in the bag, mate. Pardon me. Oh, that hurt so bad. But yeah, you let your Colossus die out here. You don't leave. Those units cannot survive by themselves. And whatever you might gain from leaving them by themselves to fight the handful of units that eventually kill them is never worth it. You have to start thinking cost efficient. You spend 300, 200 on a unit. You need to protect that unit. I mean, I remember talking about this long time ago, like early on in NuubCast. Haven't talked about it since, so it's not a bad thing to talk about again. You got to take care of your units. You know, you want to throw away Zealots? Throw them away. Who cares? You want to throw away Stalkers? A little bit more, but as you get to the late game, throw away Stalkers. Who cares? But you got the units you got to hold on to. You don't want to throw away Templar with that are full of energy. You don't want to throw away Archons. You don't want to throw away Immortals. You don't want to throw away Colossus. Colossus, above all, you don't want to throw away. Especially against Terran Bioballs, because they do so much damage, because they're so effective. Dude, tell me I'm wrong that battle out here at Rulky's fourth base would have gone ridiculously different if those 3 Colossus were still there. And all he had to do was pull away. He didn't have to stay there and fight. He microed them well. Each one of them had gotten their shields taken away. One had almost died, and he was doing a good job of microing them away as they were fighting. You didn't need to stay in that battle. You could have won this game, and it would have been easy. It would have been easy. You had a 20 food lead. It was all army. Well, actually, probably wasn't all army. You killed a ton of his SCVs. But even still, Rulky! Now you know. All right, guys. That's it for now. Keep climbing that ladder. Peace.